You already know salt raises blood pressure when you eat it. But what almost nobody talks about is what happens when you put a warm bag of it under your pillow instead, and why people with chest congestion keep coming back to this trick night after night. People who battle a tight chest and that morning throat clearing cough have been using this old trick for generations because it actually changes how they wake up, and it has nothing to do with swallowing it. By the end of this video, you'll know how to turn a cup of salt into a nighttime breathing helper that costs almost nothing. So let's jump straight into why your chest gets heavy at night when you lie down to sleep. Gravity quits helping your body drain mucus from your chest and sinuses, which means the congestion has nowhere to go but back. During the day, gravity does the work for you, but the moment you go flat, that natural drainage slows way down. If your bedroom air is dry from air conditioning or winter heating, mucus in your airways thickens and becomes sticky, which makes it cling to your throat. And that sticky mucus clings to the walls of your throat and chest. It makes it harder to breathe quietly, and that annoying cough that tears you out of sleep at 3 in the morning is often just sticky mucus rattling in your chest. You might think you're getting sick, but often your own mucus pools because your sleeping position and the dry bedroom air work against you, which makes your breathing shallow and your chest tight by dawn. You wake up groggy with a tight chest instead of rested. That's why so many people over 50 spend their mornings clearing their throats, blaming it on aging or a cold that never existed. Once you see this, the salt bag starts making perfect sense. So now let me take you back to where this idea came from, because the story behind it explains why people have trusted it for so long. The story starts in the 1800s, deep inside the salt mines of Poland. Miners spent their days deep underground breathing salt dust in brutal conditions with no ventilation systems or face masks to protect their lungs. Anyone would expect these miners to develop serious lung problems. Instead, doctors noticed something strange that would eventually change how people across Europe think about lung health. And it started with these tough miners. These miners rarely got sick. They avoided the coughs, chest infections, and breathing troubles that plagued other workers above ground, and their lungs stayed clear despite inhaling salt dust all day long. That observation spread fast across Europe, creating an entire branch of therapy called speleotherapy, which just means breathing inside salt caves or mines to support your lungs and clear your airways. This still happens today. Over 7,000 adults and children in Belarus head into operational salt mines every year as part of their lung treatment routines. Modern spas picked up on this too, building salt rooms that grind salt into microscopic particles and blow them into the air. The American Lung Association notes that halotherapy is viewed as safe, though many health claims about curing disease still need more research before doctors recommend it. But here's the problem most people face. Salt room sessions cost money and require you to drive somewhere, which means most people never try them, even though their lungs could use the relief. That's why the home version matters. The same basic concept can fit inside your pillowcase for free. You won't need a fancy machine or a cave. That home version relies on simple physics, and once you understand what salt does to the air by your face, you'll see why it helps. Salt is naturally hygroscopic, which means it pulls water from the air and holds onto it like a tiny sponge. Here's where it gets interesting. When you warm up a bag of coarse salt, and place it near your face under the pillowcase. It creates a small zone of modified air right where you breathe. The warm salt draws moisture from the air around you, thinning mucus in your nasal passages and upper chest so your body can clear it naturally without a violent coughing fit. Thinner mucus moves easily and your body clears it quietly without that violent coughing fit that rips you from deep sleep at 2 a.m. and leaves you exhausted. The gentle heat helps too, dilating the small blood vessels near your skin to improve circulation and help your sinuses drain more freely while you sleep without any medication. Salt releases tiny particles too, and these microscopic bits act like a mild cleanser for the breathing space around your pillow while you rest quietly. That same heat retention makes the pillow bag comfortable and effective through the night while other remedies would have cooled off hours ago. And before you worry about the salt warnings you've heard 1,000 times, let me settle that concern right now. You've probably heard 1,000 times that salt raises blood pressure, and that stays absolutely true when you eat it at the dinner table every day. But a salt bag under your pillow never enters your stomach or bloodstream. It only works externally on the surrounding air and on surface tissue next to your face, so the blood pressure warning about eating salt simply doesn't apply here at all. This supportive home remedy helps your body do what it already wants to do, clearing mucus and helping you breathe freely without adding another pill to your routine. You only need two things. Grab 1 cup of coarse sea salt or rock salt, plus a clean cotton sock or a small muslin bag to hold the salt securely while you sleep. Don't use table salt. The fine grains can leak through fabric, and those additives aren't what you want by your face as you sleep and breathe that air until morning. Fill the sock loosely, let it spread out flat instead of forming a hard lump that feels like a heavy rock pressing against your neck and spine for 8 straight hours. Warming it up is easy. Microwave the bag for 30 to 60 seconds or place it in a low oven for about 10 minutes until it feels pleasantly warm. Always test the temperature first by pressing the bag to your wrist before putting it near your face, because overheated salt can burn your skin badly. Once it feels warm but comfortable, you're ready. Slide it into the corner of your pillowcase where your face rests, or tuck it under the pillow if you prefer less direct warmth on your skin. Then just recline and breathe normally. The salt works passively while you sleep, so you won't need to do anything special except relax and let it do its job until morning. You can reuse the same salt for about a week. After that, it loses its hygroscopic punch, so dump it out and refill with fresh salt. A few mistakes trip people up when they first try this. One is using table salt, which is too fine and may contain anti-caking agents you shouldn't breathe in right next to your face while drifting off to sleep. Another mistake is overheating. Impatience turns a helpful remedy into a real burn hazard that can leave a painful red mark on your skin before you realize what happened. A third mistake is placing the hot bag directly against bare neck skin without the cloth barrier of a pillowcase to protect your sensitive skin at night. Keep it inside the pillowcase or under the pillow, and you'll avoid any problems. Now that you know the main trick, let me show you something extra. I want to give you 2 bonus ways to use that same warm bag on other parts of your body before you go to bed tonight. Ear pressure can be a nightmare. When pressure builds behind your ears from sinus congestion, hold the warmed salt bag against the affected ear for 10 minutes before bed. The heat combined with the dry salt environment eases that clogged feeling, letting you lie down comfortably and fall asleep. Your joints can benefit too. The same heat retention property that helps your lungs also soothes an achy knee or a stiff shoulder, and salt molds to your body better than a heating pad, so it stays in place and delivers steady heat where you need it. Traveling can be tricky. A small salt bag inside your hotel pillowcase helps in dry or dusty rooms where the air irritates your nose and throat all night long. Hotel air conditioning is brutal. It strips moisture from the surrounding air completely, and the salt bag creates a more breathable zone right around your head while you sleep until morning. These uses mean you're not just making a one-trick gadget, you're creating a simple, reusable household tool that costs pennies to refresh whenever you need it for breathing, sore joints, or clogged ears. Before you try this tonight, hear this. There's a short safety note that could save you from a painful mistake and keep this remedy working safely in your favor every single night. Don't place the salt bag on broken skin or open wounds if you have severe asthma, sleep apnea, or uncontrolled high blood pressure. Ask your doctor before trying any new home remedy that could interfere with your treatment. If you feel dizziness, skin irritation, or any discomfort while using it, stop immediately and remove the bag from your bed so you can assess what happened. A warm salt bag under your pillow uses simple physics to thin mucus and ease nighttime breathing without costing you a single dime from your pocket. Subscribe for more natural remedies that actually make sense. Until the next video.